Like me who've not done some of this stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Anybody made some mistakes? You wish you would have done some of this before? Hello? My hand is up. 2 hands. Number 3 on the love drunk thing, real quick. When you're love drunk, you're going to think you're much stronger than you really are. Your beer muscles are not real. When people drink alcohol, you got a guy who gets beat up by his sister challenging a bouncer that looks like Mike Tyson. Because when they're under the influence of this, they feel like they're stronger than they really are. When people are in love, they do things that are not wise, put too much pressure on themselves, put themselves way in the danger zone when they do not have to. You need to make sure people are helping you through this little stage. Oh, I don't know if I can go here with y'all. I won't. I'll go. Now I'm going to go filter, not unfiltered. No. Now. But when people are love drunk and they have beer muscles, they start saying things like this. Just in case you're going to disciple somebody, a married couple in Hillsong, New York City, that we need so desperately to step up and continue to help others. They're going to say stuff like this. It's totally cool if we hang out till 3 a.m. We're just talking. Really? If that's true, you can talk on the phone. Who talks that late? Everyone knows that past 2 a.m., no one's saying anything coherent. You think you're stronger than you really are. They'll say something like this. We can totally have sleepovers. Totally. Most of the time we're just praying. Talking about the goodness of God. It's actually quite spiritual if you could get on our level. Totally sleep over with each other and totally not stumble. Totally. I don't know those human beings and where their strength comes from. I often say that, hey, when y'all are praying together at 3 a.m., at any time does God say, stop being stupid? Because I'm thinking about doing the same first. You're telling me you're praying to a God who has challenged you with his life to use wisdom and live sacrificially, and you're still, I don't know who you're praying to. This is the kind of stuff that you hear. I know we essentially have sex all the time, but it's not technically sex. It's not going to happen again. I'm okay. Really? I know essentially it could look like we're having sex, but we're not. It's not technically sex. But we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be okay. It won't happen again. Wrong. Will happen again. But it's not going to be the same. It's going to get worse, and it's going to get worse, and it's going to get worse. So it leads us to this place when we say, guess what? You're a human being. You are not invincible. No matter how strong you think you are, you're going to have at least, how proud you might be, at least a moment of weakness. And in that moment, the Bible says that the devil is like a lion looking, waiting, lurching in the shadows, crouching, waiting. And he does not play around with people who are influencers. So if you're not a part of a church, you're not really doing much with your faith, okay, you might be able to fall here and there. But now that you're here, and 1,000 people get saved a month at a church like this, you're needed. So now when you fall, you don't just affect yourself, you affect everybody you could lead. So if you are one of those people who's on the line tonight, please be careful. You are love drunk. You will fall. You're not as strong as you think you are, nor should you be. It's not by might, it's not by power, but it's by my spirit. You might be thinking, is any of this Bible? Absolutely. 1 Corinthians. Man, I got quiet real quick. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 12. So if you think you're standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. This is encouraging. What's a way out? Friends, leadership, wisdom, being around people who are going to tell you what you don't want to hear. You're going to have the wisdom and the ability to take it. Too many people have wrecked great, promising relationships with one moment of weakness because they put themselves in a position they did not need to be in. No, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, here and there, you're going to make some decisions that aren't going to pay the ultimate price, but as a whole, please live with wisdom. You don't prove, write this down for me, y'all. You don't prove how strong you are by how close to the line you can live. You prove how strong you are by proving you can pass up momentary pleasure for long-term gain and the honor of your God. You don't show me how strong you are spiritually by how many nights a week you go out and how many clubs you go to and how many crazy people you hang out with. And it's like, you know what, sometimes it's great, so be it. Just much like a relationship, you don't show me how strong you are by how many times you came close and got away. Or how risky you can be. You show me how spiritually mature somebody is. It's going to be because you see them walking so far away. They're so strong that they can withhold all this pleasure momentary, all this stuff momentary, because they see the bigger picture. They love God that much. That is strength. And if you're with somebody who's not cool with this, don't be cool with them. Okay? Love you guys. Even if you're maybe on the flip side of one of these, and this is uncomfortable, we love you too. And this is a church for you. And you're not ostracized if you don't do everything I'm saying. Everybody's on a journey. It's our job to speak the truth and go hang out. Speak the truth and go hang out. Oftentimes you're going to come to church, you're going to like what is said. There'll come sometimes where you will catch something right in the side and go, I don't like that. Sometimes that's the one that matters. It used to be in a church that doesn't tickle your ears, tries to touch your heart. Number 4, I need some keys or something to help me. It's getting hot up in here. Do you guys think that's what William Booth looked like? Because to me, that looks like Santa. Number 4, he is, by the way, my hero. Do you know that man was doing stuff before it was politically correct? He was doing stuff before you could get a tax break. Helping homeless people when nobody else would touch them. Salvation Army is here to this day, I believe, because God honored what they were doing so long ago. Nobody else was helping people who couldn't eat. He was. I will start crying up in here. Lord help me. Jesus. Shekinah glory. Number 4. Love goes well when you use your past experiences to help you, not define you. We're going to end on this tonight. Love goes well when you use your past experiences to help you, not define you. On Sunday, I poured out my guts trying to get people to understand that your scars can tell a story. That point to the glory of God if you so desire. Don't just let the devil rob your life and get away with it. Forget that. I don't regret anything in my life. I mean, yeah, if you go back to the essence of that, of course, but at the end of the day, everything that I did wrong, every person that I hurt, every mistake that I made and I'm currently making, I have dedicated myself to not giving the devil, the dirty devil, the credit of continual use of my mistakes. I'm going to take it right out of his hands. Every time. Come on, somebody. So, the more scars, the more stories. The alternative is to let the scar continue to win. Man, to let the scar define your current reality. Write that down. If you're not using it to tell a story and you're not in control of that scar, it is now dictating your current reality. That's not called a scar. That's called an open wound. That's good. You think it's a scar. It's actually not. It is wide open. Love goes really bad when people let their scars get in the driver's seat. My scars are in the trunk, and I break them out when I feel like it. Big difference. They don't even come with me sometimes. They don't have the right to be on my road trip. I might go into the store and get some Cheetos without them. Don't act like I'm going on a road trip and get some Cheetos. Work with me here. Some of y'all are allowing your scars to dictate where you go, how you feel when you get there. Your scars, it's an open wound. We're going to change that tonight by the power of God. Think about this. This is their definition. Somebody cheated on me, so, like they're on a date, they're talking about that. Somebody cheated on me, so somebody abused me. So, just so you know, somebody abused me. I've been through a lot of long-term relationships that ended really bad, so you know, I come from a long line of bad relationships and lineages of divorce, so I like to say, okay, so what? So what? What now? What are you going to do with that? Okay, so you have abuse in your past, so God will help you realize that He's there when everybody else let you down, even though they hurt you. He's so good. that you still trust them and you love them. Well, I come from a long line of divorce and dysfunction in my household, and my mom, broke up with my dad, and my grandma went through that. So I know now I have the right to start a new lineage. I might be the first one in my family to have a good marriage with some good children. I'm going to be a good parent. I'm not going to make the same mistakes. How did I learn that? From my scars. A lot of relationships in the past, they almost went the distance and I fell on my face. So I know now that I'm not going to stop when I think I've got it good. I'm not going to let issues kind of float along with me. I learned from that it became a platform for me to see what can be. So you need to know about me that this scar is no longer me. This is healed. It's a scar. You can see it, but it's not affecting me. You might see it on my face, but see through it because I'm good. My eye might be shut because I was in one heck of a battle that doesn't quite work right, but it still does. Underneath, I can still see right. I'm telling my past what it can do. It's not telling me. You know why we see relationship destruction in New York City? Because people are led by what they were, rather than understanding the power of the grace of God that can tell them who they are now. And it's a shame, and I feel righteous indignation tonight, because I bet you there's people in here that are in relationships that you don't have to be, or you're not in relationships you could be, because of what you think your past has done to you. I refuse to cry. Cry and yelling, not mad. Refuse. Pastoral request, please. It is exactly 9:05. If we go to 9:10, will that be okay with everybody?